11 Rocktober today. Alice in Chains, everything that rocks all day. The Big Dog 97 put on. Yes, Alice in Chains, double shots all day today. You're picking the second song as well. 9 o'clock still on the way. 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock.
You can also text in that winning word, Rocktober winning word, right now to 417-659-9797. After the double shots, you'll get one of those winning words. This hour's is chains, Chains. Chains is the word. Text it to 417-659-9797. Your chance to win your Rocktober t-shirt and that Vegas trip.
Today is National Nut Day.
Every 13-year-old boy inside of us just giggled.
That could mean all sorts of different things.
Indeed, it could. Of course it could. Yes.
A lot of people would be interested in celebrating National Nut Day. 88% of people love nuts.
Well, would have thought it'd be higher than that.
4% said they hate them. 2 to 3% are allergic to nuts.
Oh, well, but there are those folks. Yeah, poor people. Yeah.
What is your favorite nut?
I don't like this conversation. This seems weird. How about...
What kind of nut do you like to put in your mouth, Bobby?
See, this is almond. Almond.
That is your favorite nut to put in your mouth?
Probably.
All right.
I don't want to say pea. Nut. So I'm going to go with almond.
So what I'm hearing, he loves
pea nuts. Yes. No, almonds, I would say, is probably my favorite. Pistachios are up there as well. Maybe one of those.
I'm cashews.
Cashews are also delicious. I'm very equal opportunity when it comes to savory nuts.
You are equal opportunity.
I love them all.
You said it, not me. 24% of people said pistachios are their favorite. Barely edging out cashews at 23%.
It's good.
15% with peanuts. 9 almonds, 4 walnuts. 23% said other. And that seems like a very big chunk of people.
Well, there's a lot of other kinds of nuts. D's, for instance, that you could put in your mouth.
Other nuts you can put in your mouth. They put pine nuts.
Oh, okay.
Pecans.
Pecans.
Are pecans. They're not pecans.
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 Pecan.
Okay, what else?
Hazelnuts.
Okay.
Macadamia nuts, Brazil nuts, and roasted chestnuts.
I've only ever heard about those in a song. I don't know that I've ever had them.
Same. I don't think I've ever had roasted chestnuts.
Never. I've never seen them even.
Didn't think they were real.
They are in the Christmas song.
Now, somebody took the definition of nuts a little farther, and I like where they were headed here. Coconuts.
Oh, is it qualify?
No. It has nuts in the name.
It does. Yeah, exactly.
Therefore,
so what?
Does it count as national?
It's in the
celebrating
name.
National Nut Day.
It's in the name.
Go
Why
get
not?
some coconut.
Same time. Enjoy Nut Day, people.
Yes. Go put some nuts in your mouth. Good morning, Anna. Open. going to be in that? Nut Day. Britney Spears. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently she's wearing a wedding dress and claims she married herself.
Britney Spears did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yankees will face the Dodgers in the World Series.
They will? That doesn't start until Friday.
Really?
Yeah, I looked it up today. I was like, wonder where the first game is on. They have a whole week off, pretty much. I mean, maybe it's always like was scheduled. These are the dates, which I assume it is, but
and then it ended early.
But it didn't end that early. It was like a game or two. It could have went another game or 2 games, depending on the series. I think
1% of Americans will air fry their turkey.
Air fry it?
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you know that they've come up with a new turkey? Frozen. You can just stick it right in the oven.
Really?
You don't have to defrost it. They got these special turkeys now that are frozen.
How does that work?
We can talk about that because I've got that somewhere in here. I think it's in here. I don't know how it works. They've done some kind of weird something to the turkey, I think.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if I go here.
They're like a bowling ball whenever you get them out,
Apparently it's a new thing. Turkey. Let's see what it comes up with here. Oh, here it is. Butterball unveiling a new cook from frozen turkey Thanksgiving turkey. They go straight from your freezer to the oven. They claim that it tastes just as good. Takes 5 hours to cook.
It's about the same as
you have to buy it's called Butterball Cook from Frozen.
Oh yeah.
You have to buy that specific turkey.
Don't try this with all of them.
How can that one work and the others don't?
Because they've done something to it.
What?
Is it pre-cooked? Maybe. And then you're just kind of...
It's kind of partially cooked. I think that even seems more dangerous. They say it's also great for people who don't like touching raw meat. Yeah. There are no neck or giblets.
Oh, they took those out. That way you don't...
And it comes pre-brined for you.
Pre-brined. Okay.
Pre-brined.
So, yeah. A lot of the work's been done.
You don't have to do anything except brush some oil on it.
Mm-hmm.
The directions literally say, unwrap, cook.
I like that.
So 5 hours, which isn't much longer.
No, pretty close to the same. I mean, depends on the weight. What?
Yeah, they've done something. What have they done? What did they do?
What did they do? I think they've cooked it.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They say it's possible because of a specially formulated brine. The specially formulated brine allows this to be okay.
It's like turkey jerky already or something.
Well, the brine makes it juicy.
Uh-huh.
That's why it stays more juicy, tender, and flavorful. It can't be stuffed. You can't stuff it.
Or it explodes.
They say. They say.
Why not?
They say you shouldn't stuff turkeys anyway.
Yeah, I know. I think that's a thing from yesteryear. I don't know that many people still do that.
I don't. That is weird to me. Turkey. Both frozen. This one was pre-brined in this specially formulated brine that will allow you to now take it out of the freezer completely frozen and cook in 5 hours.
Hey.
Where this other one, you can't do that to.
It's the beauty of chemicals.
What have they done? What's in that special formulated brine?
There is...
I would like to know. There's a Butterball place around here.
Yeah, if some of you guys make these, then you know.
Text us. We won't say your name.
Yeah, we'll keep you anonymous. It is probably some turkey trade secret that they don't want getting out. It does seem odd, though. I mean, they're so solid. They're so frozen solid.
Got a brine, so it makes it okay to cook from that.
Yeah.
They are rocks.
Yeah. We don't bake ours generally anyway, so it doesn't matter. I like the adventure of Thanksgiving to get drunk and potentially cause a fire. So we fry it. And I've gotten decent at it. There have been some years where I noticed everybody ran away because they were scared. But I've never created a fire yet, which is a big plus. So easy to do, I imagine, though.
Found a new kidney at a bar.
Really?
Apparently, she's been on dialysis for years. She walked into a place, tavern at the mall, grabbed some takeout food. The owner then said, "Hey, what's everybody's blood type?" And a local teacher turned out to be a MASH and went, "Sure,
I'll do it.
I'll do it."
That's cool.
Out of the blue. Yeah, you have to come and get your shirts. I saw you won one. Awesome. Time's starting to run out.
20 seconds.
So 9 days.
Uh-huh.
9 more days. Talking about rat. I saw a video where like they were in New York, I think it was, and they just crawl into cars all the time and live in, like, if you park, they just crawl up inside and they eat the wires and all that, and just because they're looking for food, you know.
Right.
And there's so many of them.
Yeah.
You get in the wheel wells and underneath the hood, and you see
And it just
you
destroys,
see them all in there where they're everywhere.
especially today. There's
like,
too much electronics, and if they start chewing wires, you can disable your car. And
I'm like,
and it's warm. Car's warm if it's been running.
Yep.
And if it's cool out, cold.
Yep.
Ooh, nice warm place.
Yep.
Dude,
and they're just everywhere.
I can't
They're
imagine.
Everywhere.
Can you imagine getting, like, working the, your utilities and stuff like that in that city? Having to go underground?
No.
That was one of the most impressive things that I saw when I was in New York, because I did the super touristy. I would actually recommend it to anybody because, hey, you don't want to have to drive and park. And the subway system is another gamble. And the people I know that aren't from there that have went there, like, it's really tough if you don't know where you're going because you're underground. You have no landmarks. You're trying to map it, and it's tough. But I rode these like double-decker buses, very touristy. It's X amount a day. There's a ton of stops all over the city, and there's always another bus comes by in 15 minutes or whatever.
Right.
So it's actually a pretty convenient way for you to get around, see all the stuff. And I'm sitting on the top of these. They're open air up top. And I'm sitting on the top, and they have the ground opened up where they're doing some work. And you could see all the lines, probably phone lines, pipes, all this stuff in this big open piece along the side of the road. And these guys from the phone company or whatever they were doing, gas company or whatever, working down there. And I looked down there and thinking, this is insane. I have no idea. If a phones are messed up or something, how in the world do they know what's what down there? Crazy. It was really impressive to see.
They just guess.
But they also have to, like, shoo rats away for God knows. There's probably a guy on rat duty while the other guy's working.
Watch the rats.
Yeah.
Keep them away from
Yeah.
you.
You think about the infrastructure in that city. That's really old.
Well, the folks at Butterball have done it.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
now the
have.
question is how does it taste?
And do you trust it?
Butterball unveiled a new turkey for Thanksgiving this year that you don't have to thaw out. And that's always the big thing because it can ruin your Thanksgiving. You forget to thaw it out, and it literally takes 3 or 4 days.
It's days. Days.
Days to thaw out in the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one you take straight from the freezer, you pop it in the oven,
Uh-huh.
and voila, turkey done in 5 hours.
So it's a TV dinner.
It's called Butterball Cook from Frozen. That's literally the name of it.
Uh-huh.
So if you want, don't try this with a normal Butterball turkey,
You can try
or
it.
you will die
because
because it will not be cooked.
you just might get very sick.
It will be raw in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
But this one says Butterball Cook from Frozen will allow you to take it directly from the freezer, and it will save those Thanksgiving disasters.
Okay. All right.
They say it's a great way for people to that don't like touching raw meat a lot. No neck, no giblets inside.
Okay.
Apparently, it comes pre-brined, and that is the key here. So you don't have to do anything except brush some oil on it. Matter of fact, the directions have 2 words.
Okay.
The directions: unwrap,
Uh-huh.
cook.
That's it.
That's it. The average cook time is about 5 hours, so not much longer than a normal turkey.
Okay.
About another hour, hour and a half.
Yeah, maybe. Depends
Depends
on
on the
size.
size.
Yeah.
And they say this is all possible due to a specially formulated brine. What is that? That's what I want to know. What is that allows a frozen turkey to now be cooked in 5 hours and somehow be unthawed? They put something in it that thaws it quickly as it's cooking.
I wonder if it's not frozen as solid as a regular turkey. You know what I'm saying? Wonder if that brine keeps it more slushy inside than, bowling ball. Like, because a regular frozen turkey is like a wrecking ball when you get it out of the freezer, right?
That's why it takes.
That's why it takes forever to thaw it out.
or whatever to thaw.
I wonder if this specially chemically compounded brine keeps it more frozen, yet, pliable.
I want to know what it is.
No, you
That is what's getting me. Specially formulated brine. I brine my turkey when I cook turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But it's after my turkey's been thawed.
Yes, yeah, that's when you're supposed to. Yeah.
How does that work?
You're asking the wrong dude. I don't know.
Somebody from Butterball wants to text us. 417-659-979. We promise not to tell you or say who you are.
Oh, they'll be executed. the big turkey will come take them out. They can't give away the trade secrets. They probably had to sign some waiver.
I want to know what the special formulated brine is.
I mean, if you think you can get away with it and you work at Butterball, let us know.
I do believe it's something that somehow conducts heat and a thawing capability.
Yeah,
that is in there.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's
too.
When heat's applied, it's like goes into some magical action.
Cooks it from within.
Yes.
I think so too.
But what is it?
I don't know. I'm sure the FDA has said it's edible.
Well, they say 90% of the things that's not is edible. And this amount, you can eat that and it's fine.
There's food grade sawdust.
Yeah. That's my favorite. Nope. Sawdust is sawdust. There's no food grade.
This is food grade sawdust.
If you
just enough. That's barely enough. It's all right.
Then it's food grade.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's a specially formulated brine. But if you don't want to worry about Thanksgiving and you're cool with that, and you want to make sure that your Thanksgiving dinner goes off without a hitch this year, you want to make sure that it's perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I forgot to defrost the turkey, or I bought it last minute because now I have to host Thanksgiving.
Thinking. How many of these are going to sell like the day before Thanksgiving?
These are perfect. Butterball, cook from frozen.
One of our commenters on the live stream did. I think she's got it solved. The brine is salt and antifreeze.
That makes complete sense. I think that might be it. Yeah, see that all the cheese. They use that
That not cheese.
that
yellow orange dust.
That's not. But like regular cheese, they put that sawdust stuff on it.
I think they've switched now. They went to potato starch, I think, mostly. But I believe they used to do sawdust.
That's why I buy blocks of cheese and I grate it myself.
It tastes
One,
better
it
anyway.
tastes better, and two, I don't have all this crap making it not sticky.
It tastes better.
And it melts better. It's just better.
Yeah.
Wow. Some of these are really good. I'm not going to use this one, but this is one of them because I don't know really how to say his name. The Idris
Idris
Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. I know who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
But I always can't.
I think it's Idris.
Idris. He was a nightclub bouncer, a tire fitter,
Okay.
a DJ, and a pot dealer.
Oh, a little bit of everything.
He even claims he once sold to Dave Chappelle.
I can see it. That seems to check out.
Now, I knew this one already, but Denzel Washington was a garbage man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably never get an answer. Johnny Depp was a telemarketer.
Okay.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were in construction.
Yeah.
And everybody knows this one. I'm telling you the ones everybody typically knows most. Channing Tatum was a stripper. I can't wait to tell you the rest of them.
I'll bet there's some good ones.
There is some very good ones. All right. I'll tell you one more. Everybody on the live stream gets to hear some of these outside of this. Here's more. Matthew McConaughey. He worked at a golf course raking sand traps and hunting armadillos.
Good.
Armadillos
would destroy a golf course.
So he hunted them and killed them. So he was like the guy.
He's basically Bill Murray from Caddyshack.
Let's see here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to go over. Shooting armadillos.
Yeah, I have so many friends I feel like would sign up for that job in a heartbeat.
Oh, and I get paid for it?
And I get to pay. Yeah, exactly. You're going to pay me for that? Sign me up.
I think I've been dreading the time change now for like 2 weeks. I feel it coming.
I hadn't thought a lot about it.
Because it's been dry. The leaves are already changing. It's been a little cooler.
I actually hadn't thought about it much.
I think I've been blah. Stupid. The season of death.
That's true. Yeah. I've been busy and tired. I will say,
That's
like,
the one with the towels. I didn't know how to fill towels.
oh, I still don't. If it makes you feel any better, I figure as long as I'm getting, that's like I've come to the realization on a lot of that stuff.
Lectured.
For me, like, do the kids load the dishwasher like I do? Nope, but they did it.
But they put them in there.
I have to tell them, but I told them to,
Mhm.
and they did it.
Yep.
Or
That's
they fold the stuff. I don't know, but if it's folded and put away, who cares? Right?
Yep.
Now there's some things I wouldn't.
Are you comparing me to a kid?
No. I'm just saying, like, it's funny to me that people can't let that shit go.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I have.
It's not as easy as you thought. Shooting armadillos.
They burrow and stuff, and they run away pretty fast. Ish. I once talked to a guy from, where was it? Montana, I think. One of those states up there, but I'm pretty sure it was Montana. And he lived on this giant ranch, like most people in not most, but a lot of people in Montana. It was huge. I can't remember how many. I was like, what do you do for fun? And he said, well, we snowmobile a lot, which sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Obviously in the winter we snowmobile a lot. That's fun. In the summer, they would shoot prairie dogs. Like whack-a-mole almost. Like they pop their head up out of the ground. Pop. That were tearing up their fields and stuff, like not just for fun and sport. There was a reason.
There was a
but
purpose.
yeah, that was a thing that they would do. I can't remember. He was in high school. We were both in high school. And I don't remember how far he said his drive to high school was, but it was like 30 minutes, I think, ish. 30 or 45 minutes for him to drive to his high school. How far it was away. It's a pretty good jog every day just to go to school.
Yeah. I feel like these rooms have gotten a little less soundproofy over the time. Like around the doors, I think, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she's standing right there.
Yeah, but used to when we first, people could be talking and you didn't really hear them. It was more of a muffle. I've thought that now for a while, just because people come up and down the hallway and talking and stuff. And never tried to shoot an armadillo.
I can't say I have either. Not armadillo. My father has called them prehistoric possums for a long time. Because they do look like
Actually,
a possum from prehistoric times.
it looks like a possum with armor.
Yes, it does. And so
They look exactly like a possum with armor.
I've always kind of liked that term, prehistoric possums.
Those are the battle ones.
Yeah, right.
Those are the warriors.
It looks like them and alligators and stuff have made it through somehow.
Physical beauty isn't the only qualification to become People Magazine's sexiest man alive.
What else is there?
They don't exactly pick the winners off the streets. Hence, while I have never been
Fame.
fame.
Yeah, you got to have fame, too.
I don't have that, so
Physical beauty,
that's
fame.
that's the reason.
Wealth.
I'm sure.
Admiration. Long list of other things I don't have.
But they didn't start off that way.
Not all these guys, no.
No. Surprising maybe early jobs of former sexy men alive that have made it on the cover of People Magazine.
Okay.
What they have done in their lives.
Right.
Like early on. Like Patrick Dempsey.
Okay. Patrick Dempsey, yeah.
He was a juggler,
He was?
a unicyclist, a puppeteer, and a clown.
So, a circus performer? Did he work at
Basically.
a circus?
I don't know.
Where
It
else
sounds
do you
like
do
it.
all those things?
The streets.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be. The busker somewhere on the streets. Yeah.
Patrick Dempsey. That's what he did before he became famous.
Okay, that's cool. I guess.
Chris Evans
Uh-huh.
was a board game model. His
The hell
face
is that?
his face was on the box of a game of Mystery Date.
It was.
You can look it up. Look up the game Mystery Date, and his
Okay.
face is on the box.
All right, cool. That's a board game model. That's still dabbling into, that's no
Yeah,
juggler.
that's
That's no
kinda-
circus performer like
Yeah.
Patrick Dempsey.
Paul Rudd,
Uh,
from around Kansas City.
yeah. of course.
Paul Rudd was a ham glazer at the Holiday Ham Company.
It's so much better that we have his specific title, not
Yeah.
just he worked for the Holiday Ham Company. No, he was ham glazer.
He was the glazer.
God, I hope
of
he
the
has his
ham.
name tag. Wouldn't it? Paul ham glazer.
Glazer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
He
sweet.
worked in the glazing department.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Chris Hemsworth.
Uh-huh.
He cleaned and repaired breast pumps at a pharmacy that rented them out.
I think I've heard this before. Yeah, what a strange job. Jobs you don't think of existing.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Ham glazer I've thought of. Not breast pump repairman.
Hugh Jackman
Uh-huh.
was Coco the children's party clown.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he did birthday parties and stuff.
Coco as Coco.
Coco.
He was famous.
Yeah, it's hard to go from Coco to Wolverine. Good job, Hugh.
Coco the children's party clown. Let's see. Tom Cruise, Paperboy, Lawnmower, and other odd jobs.
Okay, like young.
A typical
but
young.
Tom Cruise got famous when he was like 11, it seemed like. He was very young.
Sean Connery.
What did he do before he was James Bond?
He was a lifeguard.
Okay, all right. Seems fitting.
He was a milkman.
Hello, lady.
Hello.
I
I've
can't
got some
imagine
milk.
how many illegitimate children he has out there from just his milkman
Right.
days.
And then he was also a coffin polisher.
Just polishing.
Yes, he polished coffins.
Yeah, that's a disturbing job. That's a strange one. You think that paid better than Milkman?
I don't know.
You don't get to go into Mrs. Jones's house every week. You're the coffin polisher, maybe.
You might. You're polishing a coffin.
Weird.
These are the people's sexiest men alive jobs that they did before. I got one more for you.
Okay.
Pierce Bronson.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Pierce Bronson.
Another 007.
Another 007.
Yeah.
He was a fire eater.
There's a lot of like street performer type level stuff these guys did.
I did not know that Pierce used to be a fire eater.
Me neither. Who would know that?
He would eat fire.
How come they never worked that into 007 somehow?
Right.
That should have been in the script.
If you
man.
can fire eat at some point in one of your movies, that should be in it.
It should be.
Maybe he's traumatized from it.
Could
though.
be, yeah.
I'm
Never going back to that. Those are the dark days for me. I'm never fire eating again.
Yeah. My tongue has never been the same. Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Today is National Nut Day. A great way to observe it is to grab a handful of nuts. And just to be clear, that's the kind that come in the planter's container, Kevin Spacey. Britney Spears posted photos in a wedding dress while claiming she married herself. Predictions are she'll be divorced from herself by February. This Friday, the New York Yankees will face the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series. It's already being called the best series that money can buy. And 1% of Americans will air fry their turkey this Thanksgiving and won't shut up about it until Memorial Day. This is not headline news.
It was fun for a minute watching the World Series or the baseball.
Mhm.
The Royals in it. But
After that round, I've watched less because I hate all the. I was rooting for Cleveland,
yeah.
but I knew that probably wasn't going to go very well.
Oh, there we go.
Cleveland and San Diego, and then they didn't make it through either. It's like, oh no.
Dakota woman sentenced to 25 years after poisoning her boyfriend.
Uh-oh.
She mistakenly believed he inherited $30 million and planned to break up with her. So she decided, she was convicted for the murder, who died last year from being poisoned with antifreeze. Yeah. She thought she would get the money. And
because she believed they were common law married, which doesn't exist in that state.
Nope. So she couldn't get it
She
anyway.
wouldn't have gotten it anyway.
Yikes.
Yeah. And that right there is why Chris Purple Haze has always been nervous to win the lottery.
One of the many reasons. You know that Cash App thing, the top 15 payment notes?
Uh-huh.
Love. I think that's too obvious.
Too obvious.
Yeah, you're paying a prostitute.
Well, I think some of it's going to be like, mom or grandma that doesn't realize what they may be saying, too. Like, love you kind of thing, love.
Oh, I guess it could be that.
And then other ones are, I think if you were using Cash App to pay a prostitute, wouldn't you just make it something completely
Yeah. Well, that's what
unrelated to that?
Right. Oil change.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, perfect. Oil change. She changed my oil.
Right.
That's a great example. Cleaning. She was dressed as a maid. Mr. Miyagi in the original Karate Kid was 52.
I know he wasn't as old as everybody.
And now Daniel San in these new shows, 62.
Yeah.
He looks
But he looks 32.
He does. He does look 32. Mr. Miyagi was 10 years younger than him, and he looks like such the old man.
Yes. Like him.
Daniel San.
You know, that headline kind of, the story I told you about the woman on dialysis.
Mm-hmm.
The headline, though, is Woman on Dialysis Finds Kidney at Bar.
Like, oh my God, I needed one of these. There it is, just laying right
kidney
there.
Donor at bar.
Yeah. Hey man, that's a cool story. It's close to home for us. This doesn't work out for me. I'm going to the bar.
Hope everybody have a good day.
See you guys.
Thanks for joining. Bobby will be dancing tomorrow.